Hello, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, nice to meet you. My name is Reija. As you can see from the thumbnail, we are doing the review of the Lethal Cosmetics Nightflower palette today and the highlighter in the shade Stellar. So yeah, this is the palette and I have done this today. I've done 3 looks, but I'll probably do one more to get the pictures at the end of the video. So this is what it looks like if you haven't seen it before. I have swatches in the first impressions video. I'll link the video in the some corner at the end of the video, and to the subscription box if I remember. But yeah, this is the look that I came up with today, and let's go put some makeup on. Okay, let's start with the makeup. So I'm doing the review of the Lethal Cosmetics Nightflower eyeshadow palette. As you saw from the title, this is my second look with this one. Third look, I'm sorry. The first one is the first impression. So I'm probably trying to do one more look after this to get it to the end of the video with the pictures. But this is the look that we're doing today, and I have done my other eye because I have noticed that if I do my other eye first, I can get more creative because I don't have the pressure of filming. So it like I don't have to refilm if I'm correcting something or wiping away. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm gonna show you the shades I'm using. I'm using, of course, the darkest one, then this one, and then this one. And shimmers, I use this one and this one. I need to put the cosmetic tape on. I just have a Makeup Revolution cosmetic tape. Need to see that it's in the right angle. I hope it is. They look like they're in the same height. Well, I'm starting with Jessup 228 Luxe Crease brush. I am affiliated with Jessup. I'll put the code in the screen. You also get 15% off. And all the rest of my affiliated links are in the description box. And thank you for everyone using them. I get small commission from using the affiliated links, and that helps me to keep on doing these videos. So let's start with the darkest shade. I wonder, where did I put the sleeve? I'm probably going to do a cut and glue thingy with the shade names and glue them into the palette, but the darkest shade is called Midnight because the shade names are back of the sleeve. Yesterday I just did a pink glitter liner look, and I used some glitter that my mom gave to me, and so I don't have no idea where they're from or what brand. And when I washed the makeup off before I exfoliated, it actually looked like I would have pink eyeliner on because it stained so badly. And then of course later I realized that maybe I shouldn't use the glitters and such if I don't know where they're from to my eyes, because that could cause problems. But luckily I didn't get any reaction, it was just stain, and I got most of it away with an exfoliating. But yeah. next Chesa brush, this is Look Soft Crease 221. And this shade is called Lethal. I don't know how to say it right. So I've been planning to do a live next weekend, Saturday. I'm not sure shall I do it at evening or during the daytime, so I'm probably going to do a poll to Instagram, but also if you want to suggest a time, or evening or daytime, then please comment and let me know what you think. Evenings are kind of hard to me because I'm used to doing makeup early during the day. So yeah. Then I'm taking this kind of brush from Beauty Bay. This is Round the Blend and the shade Wisteria. These shadows are so easy to work with. It's like, and I like this palette because this is like, usually when I do purple looks they're very bright, but this is like, they're like muted purples. Of course there's brighter pink in here too, but and when you do like this you get very nice contrast with the blues. This is, I've used this palette twice now, but I'm really in love already. Spoiler alert. Then I'll just go through the shades again, starting with the darkest. This tape doesn't hold on very well at the moment. And if you hear voices, it's Sunday. So, well, my son isn't home, he's at grandparents, but my partner is. These tapes are really nice if you want a sharp edge. Of course you can do it with just wiping too, but sometimes I'm just lazy. It's kind of weird though that, looking this shade and this shade, they look completely different in the palette, but on the eye there's not much difference. Of course I can't say anything about building, how do this color build up on each other, because I'm always going from darkest to lightest shade. I'm just going back and forth of the shades to get to the point where I want to. Okay, and then I'm going to take something small. Let's take this from Chesa. This is 230 Luxe Pencil, and then I'm taking that very light matte shade. This one, it's called Moonbeam, and I'm just going around these edges. No, that one. Sometimes your hand goes faster than your mind. So adding it to here. I mean, look how well these blend. Even though these are very dark shades in my mind, these are like, they blend very beautifully anyway. Okay, I'll go do the spotlight and be right back. Okay, the spotlight is done now. And then I'm taking this kind of brush from Jessup. This is 234 Lux Smoke Shader. I'm going to use these to take the shimmers and I'm going to spray them with setting spray. I think this is kind of like, you know, it's not completely flat, it's a bit fluffy, and I think that picks up the shimmers better than just completely flat. And I have to do some building up with this one, but I don't mind, it's going to be gorgeous. You see it's building up nicely. Of course, with finger, like in the first impressions video, these work very well. But since I'm doing this spotlight, I need to be precise. And I can't be that with the finger. And then I'll flip the brush over and take the darker blue. It's kind of like purple blue. And I put it to the edges. It's not, you know, showing very much because I put the other shimmer underneath. But you can still see it. Then I'll flip the brush again and reapply the lighter shade and blend the edges of the other shimmer. Like that, you can barely see it, but it's there. And then I'll take the darkest shade and blend the edges a bit. Just like dabbing here. Because I don't want these edges to be harsh. Like that. Then I'll take the tape off. I think this one went a bit higher than that one from here, but let's see. They look like they're in the same height. Of course I have to, I did this on the other eye too. This one is kind of like a thicker. Okay. Then I added glitter liner to the edges of the shimmer, the upper edge. This is Galaxy Glam Meta Flash metallic glitter eyeliner from W7, and I believe this is in the shade Nebula. It's kind of very pale, like lavender. I'm so happy that I bought this glitter liner trio from W7. I really like these. And then it needs to dry a bit to do the other layer. Meanwhile, I'll gather the gems that I'm using, so be right back. Okay, let's do the other layer. It's starting to get really hot in here again. And then let's glue some gems on. So these are like black that has like a rainbowish iridescent shades to them. Where did the glue go? There. I'm putting 3 at a time. And as you can see, I didn't put any in here because I have the hood in there. So I actually think this is like one, two, three. The biggest gem. Then I'll put 2 little smaller ones. Like that. Now I put it 5 dots because I have 1 of this size and then 4 of the very, very smallest ones. This is hard, you know, to see in the temple. Like that. So I still think this is thicker than this one, but I guess we could do a bit like this and like this. Just go with it. Okay, so here's the eye look for this look, and I'll be going to do my base, and yeah, I'll do the rest of the makeup and come back to you with the finished look. Okay, here's the finished look today. For the lower lash line, I used the darkest shade and then this shade. I used House of Lashes Iconic Lashes again because I thought they would go really well with this look. For the lips I haven't used this in ages, this is Focallure Matte Lips Metallic. And this is the shade 25 Fuchsia Lavender. So yeah, these are quite comfortable on the lips. This is quite old actually. But if you have to reapply, then it turns into something not good. I also used the, where did it go? The highlighter from Lethal Cosmetics. I have the shade Stellar, and it's just, you know, really beautiful, like blue to purple shift. And since my makeup is blue and purple, then I thought it would go really well. These are silicone earrings from Koru. I'll of course link everything in the description box. this lipstick is so old. I mean, it doesn't smell bad or feel anything weird, but if I remember right, Focallure doesn't sell this shade anymore, but we'll see. So, and then the palette. I mean, I have done 3 looks with this palette now, and I'm really impressed. The shades, the shadows are so easy to work with, even though this is dark. Well, not really, but dark in my mind. I still don't have problems with it like I did with Age of Opulence, for example. And I really like that there is this very light, like bone color matte. I did some investigation, and if I remember right, the shimmers have 1 duochrome, 3 multichromes, and then there would be 2 normal shimmers. But I think the blue ones are the normal shimmers, because I don't see any shift in them, at least in my eyes or in the palette. But yeah, this time I used a brush for the shimmers, and I wetted the brush, and they work really well. I do think that if you use very flat brush, like, let me see, like this kind of brush, that it's very flat and not any fluffy, I think these wouldn't pick up the shades so nicely than the brush that I used, which was a bit fluffy. It's flat, but it's still a bit fluffy. It's not completely flat. But yeah, I used setting spray to wet them, and I think they pop really nicely. So yeah, I'm probably going to do 1 more look with this palette before this video comes out, and then do the review video, well, edit this video. And yeah, I'm still going to do cut and glue to put the shade names from the sleeve to the palette, because I usually don't save the sleeves, and it's just really annoying trying to get the palettes out from there. And there's a room where I can glue the shade names in here. I have done that with my Morphe palette too. But yeah, definitely not the last time I'm going to buy from Lethal Cosmetics. And the highlighter too is really beautiful. I'm thinking I might buy the other 2 that are in this collection, or I'll see what else do they have. And I keep this in here because my magnetic palette from AliExpress hasn't come yet. I'm waiting for that. I don't know, it might take some time because of the Ukrainian war, and they're coming from China, but we'll see. We'll see when they come. The estimated day is end of this month, so we'll see. Yeah, I really like this palette, and I'm so happy that I bought it, and I really think it's worth the money. The mattes are a bit powdery. You get some kick up in the pan, but not much. And usually when you have a kick up in the pan, or it means you have pigment, and these have really nice pigment. I really like these. And yeah, the shimmers are very beautiful. I think someone said in some, I don't know where, that the shimmers in this palette aren't anything special, but I think they're really beautiful. I mean, of course there is my better shadows somewhere maybe, but I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I bought this palette, and I would recommend it to everyone. And yeah, at the end of the video you see the rest of the looks that I've done with this. I also put the first impressions pictures in here, even though you have seen the video already where they are. And yeah, that's all today. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new upload. I try to upload 3 times a week, but sometimes 4, like this week, or because today is Sunday. and sometimes 2, but you know, it depends. I'm kind of trying always to move the videos to the next day that I'm going to, so that I get the 3 videos out in a week. But because this was new palette, I wanted to do that first impressions as soon as possible as I got the palette. And yeah, so that's all today, and see you next time. Bye!